Hey, merry Saturday. Well, I have installed my Schnitzer bike lift. Yeah. Just missing one part, must still be next garage, which is the bar that goes through one of those two holes you can see right in front of us there to lock it up in position, so if it creeps down the hydraulics it's not going to take your fucking foot off. Yes, I've had this lift about 4 years, I think. I bought it for doing the engine transplant on my Suzuki SV1000 back in 2000. God, must have been 2017, I think. Must be, yeah. So it's I've probably had this about 5 years. Most of the time it's been up at my mum's in Wales, because that's where I did the engine transplant, and it came in very handy for that, because you can do all kinds of things with these. I mean, you can put a bike on this thing sideways and lift both wheels up if you really want to. I think we did that with Rob Jenkins' bike, yeah, up in Wales. And that's been in Nick's garage, my mate Nick up the road, for last year, because I wanted to get in before then, but of course I ran out of room with bikes. So I've got the power valve on it, and as you can see with the wooden blocks and stuff, it's taken quite a bit of work to get it level, because this floor is all over the place. Does create a slight issue with the ramp is quite steep, but I can get around that. I don't need to use that ramp. I can use the bike ramp out of the van if I really want to get a bike up and down on this thing, which probably work out all right. But this is about the only position I can get this lift in to the garage and be able to get a bike in through the door, and then up onto the lift. So yeah, it's pretty much level. This is in its fully raised position. Pretty much level front and rear. Slope front to back I'm not too concerned about. Side to side is the big one with these lifts, because it's very important to get the bike in the dead center of the lift, and yeah, to have the lift dead level. Otherwise, by the time you jack everything up, everything's leaning over and wants to fall off. So I've made some wee changes on this lift. First one is I moved this clamp arrangement, front wheel clamp arrangement, forward. You can see it was in one of these holes, in that hole. I've had to move it right forward to get it, so the clamp is basically in line with the front axle. I don't know what this was designed for. Maybe it was designed for 21-inch front wheels, but why it'd go all the way back there, I don't know. But anyway, I've drilled some more holes. The next thing is, it appears that these wheel clamps are designed to take a big fat rear wheel. Now, I'm never going to be putting a bike on this stand backwards, for many reasons that I won't go into. Getting it on and off would be hard enough. But you don't put bikes on these stands backwards, because they're a bastard to get on and off. So I'm going to be doing a bit of welding this summer, in the garden and stuff. I need a new CO2 bottle, so when I get a new CO2 bottle, I'm actually going to cut this clean off, and I'm going to move all this inboard. I'm going to move it. I'll measure the Z tyre, because it'll be the fattest front tyre I'll ever have on a bike on this, I would say. And I'll move it in to get it central on the lift, and have that clamp in the right place, because it's just way too wide. I mean, you can see the amount of travel that this clamp has. I can reposition that as well, move that in, grind that off, move it in, weld it up again. I think I do a better job with the welding and the positioning as well than they did in Germany. So yeah, otherwise, it's pretty much okay. It's stable enough with a light bike on, What it will be like with the Z on, I don't know. I haven't quite got brave enough yet to do that, but I will get around to that at some point. But basically, this lift is going to come really in handy for building a bike in particular. You know, it saves your back, it's at the right height, you can get underneath things, you can lift things up and down. You know, theoretically you can put an engine in with a lift like this. You know, you can put paddock stands on it, you can put jacks on it, you can put axle stands, you can do all kinds of stuff once you've got it on a lift. Another thing I'm going to be doing soon is I'm going to be fitting some U-bolts along this seam to line up with, well, basically the engine cradle, front and aft, on the bikes that I've got. And then I can run a ratchet strap through a U-bolt and then strap around the frame and then pull the frame down with a ratchet strap securely on each side, so there's absolutely no way it's going to move, and there's no way that it's ever going to fall off, because obviously we don't want that to happen. Yeah, but really glad to eventually get into my own lair. Piece of equipment I've had for years, which I'm now going to be able to use. So as you can see, it really does come in handy. It's great at lifting bikes up and down, and then in the down position it's still just about level. Funnily enough, this lift, I mean, it's done very little work. You can see it's slightly off level there, but I'd rather have it completely level when it's fully raised. And that's just the clearances in all the various bushings. You know, they're not precision, you know, they're just pins through holes, so as the lift goes up and down the clearances are taken up, and yeah, it can go on a lean, so you just got to be careful with that really. Yeah, and that's about it.